Christian Fell hasn't slept much since he came back to find his family home destroyed by the devastating floods last week in Texas. On one hand, he's shocked by the loss of so many friends in his community. On the other, he's overwhelmed by the recovery.
There was a ton of debris. There used to be a huge deck on the left side of this building, and that all just got torn up and ripped up, and so we've been going through it all day with chainsaws and pitchforks and shovels, just trying to get rid of all the debris. And then with all this stuff that you see here, we've just been taking it out for the past couple of days just to try and salvage what we can.
Heather Freeman has come from a neighboring county to volunteer. A victim of a different recent flooding, she and her family came with all the tools and supplies they could think of.
There's so much trash and water damage and things going on. The masses is no one has anything. They need water, they need food, they need diapers for their kids, they need everything, clothing, toilet paper, soap. Soap is the one thing nobody's donating. The community's just been wiped completely out. Houses have been gutted. There's nothing. They're left with absolutely nothing.
Scores of people are missing. Officials point to the sheer scale of the devastation.
When I say piles, we're talking about debris piles 20, 30 feet high that are big enough to have a whole RV still in them and not be seen. That's a massive amount of debris that we're trying to clear, and we have heavy equipment working, and we're having to dig through it by hand as well. Just because the machines can go through it, we have to be very methodical about what we're doing.
With every passing day, we are seeing more of these red crosses marked on piles of debris along the Guadalupe River. It means that the search and rescue teams have already combed through this area and no more bodies were found. But the last 24 hours have been the first time since the disaster that we've seen hardly any change in the number of people who are still unaccounted for. For many of the victims' families, hopes of seeing their loved ones again are pretty slim, and many are now starting to question whether they'll be able to recover their remains. Ediz Tiyansan, CGTN, Hunt, Texas.